Between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Get it!
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line Throwing on third down, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Julian Blackman bringing him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. This defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The Falcons at 5-9 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. Well, they've got a new set of downs here.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is incomplete here. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
56.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday. 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Smith.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
18 runner. Catch match.
Smith throwing again. Open man, the tight end Henry. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
Alert! Take pass!
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
19 Tiger. Look at that team.
Here's Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Red ball leading. Hot 70.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Kareem Hunt with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
On first down, Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Allen will try again on second down. And Walker with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
18, Pioneer.
Smith on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You talk about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
84 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
From the 24, Allen. This is Smith with a grab. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Walker once more.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Back to Walker on first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Allen. Campbell making the catch.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker. 123 yards on the ground for him so far.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done sometimes when you...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he's got some space here.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on second and long. Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Play action. It's Smith. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now Smith. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, to the back of the end zone. That's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. To throw is Smith. And able to find Kirk complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Here's a quick throw caught out wide.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Throwing again is Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. This is caught. Touchdown.
Gabriel Davis
from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 31.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Now this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On third down, here's Walker.